Your goal is to become unstoppable. And since you become what you think about most of the time, how do you become unstoppable? What you do is you say, I am unstoppable. And whenever you feel like stopping, you catch yourself and you repeat, I am unstoppable. Say it, say, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And whenever you run into any difficulty of any kind at all, you just simply stop and say, wait a minute. I'm unstoppable. I cannot be stopped. If you want to stop me, you'd better bring a .357 Magnum and get the first shot in the first time, or I'll be all over you like fleas on a hound dog. I am unstoppable. I studied this for 30 years, and I've concluded that everything that we learn about the development of character and personality comes to a peak at being unstoppable. Being the kind of person that launches and refuses to stop until you darn well achieve what you want to achieve, right? Be unstoppable. And the more you like yourself, the more you persist. The more you like yourself, the less likely you are to stop. And you know what we have found is that people who don't stop eventually succeed greatly. And the #1 reason for underachievement is people stop. Is that there's no limit on what you can accomplish if you're absolutely crystal clear about where you're going, and you're crystal clear about who you are on the inside, and you like yourself and you don't stop. But here's the most incredible thing. It takes tremendous self-discipline to do these things, because every single force in our psyche pulls us back. And every time you persist, every time you use your discipline to persist, you increase your self-discipline. And every time you increase your self-discipline, you increase your propensity to persist. And every act of self-discipline and persistence raises your self-esteem, because you like and respect yourself more, because you know you're the kind of person who didn't quit when others did. And when you like yourself more, it gives you greater discipline and greater propensity to persist. So all of these qualities, which are acts, behaviors that you do as a conscious result of willpower, you decide, by gum, that's what I want. By gum, this is who I am. By gum, that's where I'm going. And when you refuse to quit, you like yourself more and more, which makes it less and less likely that you'll ever quit. And you'll finally reach the point where people will say, well, she will never quit. If she says she's going to do it, she's going to do it. You can take that to the bank. He will never quit. He's not the kind of person that quits. Once he says he's going to do something, one thing I know about him is he will never, never stop. When you get that kind of a reputation, not only is your great success materially guaranteed, but your happiness and your respect and esteem in life and with the people around you is guaranteed as well. You become one of the finest people in our society, and you did it because you made yourself. You sculpted yourself. You crafted your own personality. It wasn't done to you or for you or with you. You did it yourself, which causes you to like yourself more, which makes you persist even more, which raises your self-discipline, which makes you a more likable and more personable person, and which makes you more successful in everything you do. Isn't that great? And everything that I'm telling you is perfectly true. It simply requires discipline. Let me tell you a quick story about discipline. Ole and Sven. They shoot a deer, and they're dragging the deer back to the truck by the tail, and they keep losing their balance and tripping. And a farmer comes along and says, boys, what are you doing? He says, well, we're dragging the deer back to the truck. He says, well, boys, God's provided that deer with handles for dragging. You're not supposed to drag a deer by the tail. You're supposed to drag a deer by the antlers. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much, sir. So they went around. They started dragging the deer by the antlers and whipping along. After 5 minutes, whipping along, Ole says to Sven, he says, the farmer was right. It goes a lot easier by the antlers. He says, yeah, Ole, but we're getting further and further from the truck. Not you, but the world is full of people whose primary concern in life is entertainment and tension-relieving activities. It's fun, fun, fun till their daddy takes their T-bird away, but they're getting further and further from the truck of their real goals and their real aspirations.